You with Nick? It's 16 minutes past one. Now, of all the challenges of the last year, and let's face it, the coming months as well, financial uncertainty is one of the biggest worries for so many people. There is one slight positive to come out of the really difficult time that we've all faced together, according to some research out today, and it is that the pandemic has made us more financially aware. We now are far more likely to talk to our partners and our families about money, and more of us now want to improve our financial know-how. Well, here to tell us how we can do that is TV consumer champion Alice Beer. Alice, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you've identified the good news in this research, the silver linings in the pandemic, because it's really important that we do that. I mean, anyone who's commissioning research, as Santander have done, about finances over how unprofessional TV presenter with phone.
Quieten down, please, would you? We're trying to talk about finances here. It's probably someone wanting to ring you for financial advice.
But it's on Do Not Disturb, but because they've already tried me twice, it's just keeps coming through. Sorry.
Are they trying? If they say you've been involved in an accident, then just hang up. Just forget them.
Or your vaccine is ready for you to come and get. We know that's a scam too, don't we?
Oh, sorry, right. Of course, yeah.
Back with you on every single level. Yeah, so of course, globally and individually, this pandemic has just hit us financially and emotionally and physically, of course. But there is good news that because of it, we have had to take a good hard look at our bank accounts. Maybe a salary has stopped coming in the household. Maybe you've got more outgoings. Maybe everything has changed slightly. I mean, you're not buying a season ticket to travel. That's a good thing. But household bills still keep coming in, don't they? So it's really good news that this research has said that 22% of us are now talking about money more openly and checking our bank accounts more regularly and shopping for deals. It's really important that this is what we're addressing and determined to take control of our finances in 2021.
It's one of those things that has always been difficult to talk about. It's one of the main things that couples argue about and don't talk about. And what happened with the pandemic was that we end up in a position where that simply wasn't an option anymore, right?
Absolutely. And also it's a generational thing as well, because if you think about our parents and sorry, I'm putting you in my generation, which is probably deeply insulting of me, but I'm the bank statement coming in generation and sort of ignoring it. My parents had a relationship with their bank manager and they would not go overdrawn. They would budget very carefully. But now my children, when they become fully fledged adults, they're never going to know because direct debits will cut, they'll go in, they'll go out. It's a very passive thing now. You don't write a check to pay a bill. So suddenly we're in this position where we're using our phones and we're going online to manage our money, which is brilliant. But there's a temptation to let the bank, the online sort of infrastructure do it for us, when actually we need to get engaged with it and stay engaged with our finances just to see what's going in and coming out of our accounts.
Apart from all of that, I mean, I do find myself logging on pretty much on a daily basis just to keep an eye on things because it's been a pretty scary time. Is there much we can do about all of this? The fact that, like you say, the bills are going to happen. The bills don't care if there's a pandemic or not. Is there much we can do to kind of help ourselves become financially healthier?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you are probably quite unique in logging on every day to keep an eye on things, but that means that you're one of these people who does have a very close relationship with your phone. And on average, we pick up our phone about 58 times a day to check it. So, of course, it is a brilliant way to be keeping track of our finances. There's a couple of things you can do. One is to be proactive about finding deals, making sure your household bills are efficient. So you're on the right energy bill, you're on the right utility bill, you're on the right phone tariff, you're not paying too much for your insurance. And those are the kind of things that you can address all through the year. But you can also make use of what your bank will offer you. I've been looking at the Santander launch of the Money Manager app, which offers you insights. If you're a Santander customer, when you click the app open, it offers you insights into what's happening in your account, how much you're spending on normal household expenditure, what's going on with the clothes budget, Amazon. Oh, has the refund come back in from that Christmas thing you returned to M&S? Absolutely just monitoring your account for you, not in a judgmental and nosy and big brother way, but in a sort of, hey, you ought to take a look at this kind of way, which is really, really healthy for us. So you know when you're spending and when you can seek out potential savings.
Yeah, it's the same thing that we hear over and over again. It comes down to very simply, knowledge is power. People will be terrified. I know people who have maybe been furloughed, or there are lots of people in my industry. I work in the theatre and the creative arts. Lots of people that are they're known as the forgotten 3 million people who
Yeah,
haven't had the
absolutely.
SEISS, and it's quite scary. But actually, what you need to do is get over that fear and face it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you will have a better night's sleep if you address the demons, because this is really important for your mental health. I mean, there are, as you say, those forgotten 3 million who are self-employed people who have been missed out completely, and really mistakenly, in my view, from getting any kind of help. You need to still stay in track. Just because you're in a desperate, even more because you're in that desperate situation, you need to really look at what bills are going to be coming out of your account over the next quarter, 6 months maybe, or even year, and so that you can manage them. And if you simply cannot manage them, you need to seek out help. And these apps are really useful for identifying those ebbs and flows in your account, but also for telling you and spelling out to you when there is going to be a serious issue, when there's something due to come out and you're not going to be able to manage it. And then it really is time to work out how to seek help and where to work out how to manage debt, or how to have a conversation with your bank about organizing your finances differently, because this is really not the time to be shy, embarrassed, or worry about being judged or blamed for the state of our finances. We're all in this together.
Absolutely. TV consumer champion Alice Beer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.